Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And this video is going to highlight the company Unihertz that has decided to make a really cool, small, itty-bitty phone that packs a lot of features. Their first phone that they've released was called the Jelly, and that was released about a year ago. And then about a couple months later, they released the Jelly Pro. And the Jelly / Jelly Pro was the very first small phone or mini phone that was capable of 4G connectivity. So you were able to get 4G calls on this particular phone. So that feat was pretty incredible. And a lot of people, when the phone was introduced, were very interested in the phone. Of course, you wouldn't, find those who have their love relationship for Samsung phones or Apple phones, to jump on this. But for those who want to have a small phone, that won't take a lot of room or in your pocket or your purse, saying that will still pack some cool features, this was the phone to go to. So, Unihertz had a very, very successful Kickstarter crowdfunding when they released the phone. They have actually raised over $1 million for the phone, the Jelly and the Jelly Pro. And comparing the two, I just found this about a few minutes ago. A quick comparison of both phones between the Jelly and Jelly Pro. When I looked through it, and I'll just skim through it real quick, they have the same display. 2.45 inch display, 240 by 432 pixels. They both have an 8 megapixel camera in the back, 2 megapixel camera in the front. They both have a 950 milliamp battery that is removable on both devices. They both have a 1.1 gigahertz quad core processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM. They have a lot of things that are in common. Same colors, same screen size, same pixel density, same camera like I've already said, same LED flash, no autofocus. The Jelly Pro actually has a 2.8 aperture. The Jelly does not have any aperture. So that's one difference between the two phones. A lot of the other things, they both have the same. No fingerprint sensor. No proximity sensors, no light sensors. Both have multi-touch, so you can use more than one finger. Both have compasses. A magneto reader? Cool. I don't know what that is, but cool. Gyroscope, yes. Does proof of water resistant? No. So don't put it in water. They both have 3G and 4G capability. Both have Wi-Fi. Both have Wi-Fi hotspots. Both have Bluetooth. No NFC. Both have GPS, which is kind of cool. No HDMI ports. Even though you don't see yes for voice over Internet Protocol. I think it has VoIP, but I don't know. I think they do have voice over LTE protocol. I gotta double check on that. So a lot of things that compare, but the only two things that are different are the aperture. The Jelly Pro has a 2.8 aperture, and the Jelly Pro is capable of taking up to a 256 gigabyte micro SD card for extra storage. Those are the only two differences between the phones. So the price difference, I think it was a big price difference between the two. All I know right now is how much the Jelly Pro costs. The Jelly Pro costs right now $125 rounded up, and you can find them on Amazon right now. I actually purchased one in February 2018, but I returned it. That was when I had an iPhone, and was saying I actually bought it for as a secondary phone. I actually bought it to wear on my wrist. I wanted to wear this as a phone watch, but it was really, really big in my wrist. It looked too weird, so I had to send it back, and I just kept my iPhone. Now that I don't have an iPhone anymore, now I'm interested in the phone again. So, like I said, there's not a big difference between the Jelly and the Jelly Pro, but Unihertz, just last week, released a crowdfunding for their newest phone, and that is called the Unihertz Atom. This is the world's smallest 4G rugged smartphone. So the body of it is pretty thick, pretty rugged. So you can drop it. Check out this video on Kickstarter. So go ahead and look on Kickstarter. Look for Unihertz Atom. You'll find it. The video is pretty interesting. You'll see the phone in action and how people use it. I'm just gonna skim through it real quick.
Introducing Atom by Unihertz.
Let me turn down the volume. So this one has an IP68 waterproof rating, so you can use it underwater, yada yada yada. 4 gigabytes of RAM. Actually, I'm gonna go over the specs in a minute for both phones. I actually crowdfunded for this phone last Tuesday when they first released it. So they first released the crowdfunding at 11 a.m. I was at work, and so I had to pause class in order to crowdfund for it, and I was able to get the $199 pledge for the phone. So this video actually is for me to talk about why I pledged for the phone and actually why I canceled. Look at that. I actually canceled my pledge. Why did I cancel? I'll let you know right now. So the phone itself is pretty cool. So let me go over the specs again of both phones. They both have 2.45-inch screens. They both have 240 by 432 pixels on the screen. They both have 4G LTE connectivity. They both have a TFT LCD display. And they both have speakers. That's pretty much the comparison between the two. Now the differences between the Jelly and the Jelly Pro, and the Atom. The Jelly Pro has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and it's expandable up to 256 gigabytes via the micro SD card. The Jelly Pro has dual SIM cards, or you can use dual SIM cards in it. It's charged by micro USB. It has a removable battery. And again, the cameras are 2 megapixels on the front, 8 megapixels on the back. It does not have water resistance. The processor is a quad core with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and it runs Android 7 out the box. However, I did read on their forum that they are going to soon release, hopefully, Android 8.1 in the future for the Jelly Pro. Now, as far as the Atom, what makes this stand out from the Jelly Pro? Even though it's going to be released in October, the Atom is going to have a fingerprint reader. That right there is cool. Absolutely awesome. So it stands on point with a lot of your larger phones, a lot of your phones that are, made by larger corporations, such as Samsung and Apple. It has an octa-core processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to have NFC, so you can use Samsung Pay on your phone. Pretty awesome, especially for it to be in a small form factor. It's going to have a rugged body, so it's going to withstand drops and falls and things like that. Don't have to worry about it getting damaged too much. It's going to have, again, an IP68 water resistance, so you can use that sucker on the water for a certain period of time. It's going to have USB-C connectivity, so out with micro USB, in with USB-C. That means it'll charge faster. Pretty cool. It's going to have a 2,000 milliamp. Let me say that again. A 2,000 milliamp battery. Now the Jelly Pro has had a, let me go back to here. Scroll up. Did I pass it? A 950 milliamp battery. But it was removable. The Atom has a 2,000 milliamp battery, but it is non-removable. Let me say that again. It's non-removable. Now, you'll probably find some people that will take the phone apart, try to remove it, and if you actually can't remove it, you might find some third-party companies or whatnot that will sell batteries, but for the most part, it's non-removable. And that's kind of cool, especially if you're going to, still use the phone underwater and whatnot. You probably don't want to take the phone apart because you probably will damage phone or not cause it to be water resistant by opening the phone. So it's not meant to be opened. So you know, if you don't mind trying to risk your phone and, you know, getting damaged if you put it on the water, then don't open it up. It's gonna have an 8 megapixel camera on the front and 16 megapixel camera on the back. People did kind of complain about the picture quality on the Jelly Pro, but who cares? I got an actual camera to take pictures, so I'm not gonna be using the Jelly Pro to take pictures if I have one. It's going to come with Android 8.1 out of the box, and will have 64 gigabytes of internal storage. And another difference is going to have Gorilla Glass rather than just the plastic LCD cover that was on the Jelly and Jelly Pro. So those are your differences between the two phones. Now, the Atom sounds like it's going to have a lot of great features, which it does. Don't get me wrong. Again, an octa-core CPU. 8 megapixel front camera, 60 megapixels on the back, a fingerprint scanner, NFC, all in a small form factor, and you could drop that sucker probably 6 feet, 8 feet, and not worry about it being damaged, and not even have to worry about buying a case for it. The body is the case. That right there, those right there are some really awesome features that will want to have you buy the phone. I mean, if you're into small phones, I'm definitely into it. However, I canceled. Now, why did I cancel? It's a shame that they've made the Jelly and Jelly Pro, and those were very successful phones. They didn't piggyback off the Jelly and Jelly Pro, mainly the Jelly Pro. They didn't piggyback off that and put those features from the Jelly Pro into the Atom. They had to make this a non-removable battery phone. That right there, for me, is a complete deal breaker. And also, you can't expand the storage. That right there is a complete deal breaker for me. A phone where you can't expand your storage on your own, and to change out your battery, because one of the complaints of the Jelly Pro and Jelly, for that matter, you can only get probably 4 hours of usage out of the battery. But because it's a removable battery, you can charge a battery, have a battery in the phone, have a battery charged, and so if you run out of power, and let's say you're on a phone call, you can say, hey, hold on for a second, I'll call you back, change out the battery, boom, you're good to go. You can buy 2, 3, 4 batteries and have them ready to go when you need them. So that right there is a way to expand the battery capacity of the Jelly Pro. So that right there, again, for this phone here, the Atom, to not have a removable battery is a deal breaker. So that's why I canceled my pledge, and it was found, and someone found it and got the phone within 10 minutes of me canceling my pledge, and that was amazing because people jump on bandwagons. I don't know why they jump on bandwagons without doing some complete research. So me personally, I mean, I want to really see what's the big difference between having 2G RAM and 4G RAM. Is it that much big of a difference on a phone of this size and this caliber? So if it's not that big of a difference, especially me seeing a video of someone using an N64 emulator on the Jelly Pro and it was running at full speed, that right there shows me that it's not too big of a difference. So you know, necessarily can't play high graphics games on a Jelly Pro. You probably can with this phone because of the increased RAM. But who's gonna really try to play, you know, high graphics games on such a small screen? I don't think this phone was really meant just to play games. It's just meant to have a small factor phone that you can carry very easily on your person. So again, I canceled, and I'm going with the Jelly Pro. Now again, you can find the Jelly Pro on Amazon, but if you're lucky enough, you can find one on eBay. And last week I did see a really good deal for the Jelly Pro on eBay. And actually, there's not really a lot of videos on the Atom online or even on YouTube, so don't rely on YouTube right now for videos on the Jelly. Just go to Kickstarter for the video, check it out, and make your own decision. Actually, you can't, I mean, they have a couple of pledges on Kickstarter as far as trying to get the Jelly. I mean, not the Jelly, but the Atom. So right now they've already raised $969,486. They were only looking for $50,000. And it was funded actually in 60 seconds. I kid you not. They were funded their $50,000 goal in 60 seconds. Go ahead and look it up. I kid you not. That was amazing. So right now they do not have a lot of pledges. You can just pledge money if you want to. The next one is for $219. You can get the phone for $219. It's going to be retail at $300. If you pledge $398, you can get 2 phones. So that means each phone will be like $200. $597, you can get 3 phones. Phones will still be like $200. And you get 5 phones for about $1,000. That's still $200 for each phone. So like I said, I got it at the $200 pledge, but I canceled it. So I had it right here. I actually had it right here. And you saw it. You saw proof that I actually canceled. So I'll show it to you again. There it is right there, canceled. So that's proof that I actually got into it, canceled it, because I was saying to myself, I need a phone that has a removable battery. Because you know about milliamp phones, they will decrease in battery storage or holding a battery charge over time. And if you can't replace it, then you're out of luck as far as trying to get a different battery for your phone. And that's how they make their money. They'll probably make another phone without a removable battery. Samsung did the same thing after the Galaxy 5. No, the S5, yeah. After the S5, they went the way of Apple and decided to enclose the whole phone and not be able to, or the consumer to be able to remove the battery. So, again, that was a deal breaker for me. I went with the Jelly Pro. And this is a deal that I found on eBay. I was really fortunate to find this deal. In this deal, I'm basically getting an extra battery for free. The batteries are $13 a piece. You can find those on the Unihertz website. So if you go and look, you'll find different accessories. You'll find different the batteries on there. You'll find some small cases on there, an armband, blah blah blah. But this person here actually, got this through the Kickstarter crowdfunding. He claimed that he never used it, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if he did or not, but he did list it as used. So the screen protector is still on the phone, and he bought an armband for it. And these are the accessories that come with it. So you got your micro USB, and you got your little adapter up to a wall, and he bought an extra battery for it. So to get all this for $140.50, booyah! Plus, I already have a 256 gigabyte micro SD card in my Galaxy S9. So I'm going to take the card out of here, put it in there. I'm getting this phone on Thursday, so I'll do an unboxing. You know what I'm saying? No one's doing unboxings of Jelly Pros anymore. I'll do one just for y'all to show you why I like it, and with the removable battery and the expandable storage. And guess what? I'm going to be selling my Galaxy S9 along with my Gear S3 phone that has 4G LTE connectivity on it as well. So I'm going to be selling that as a package on eBay. So if you're interested, I will leave that in the comment section after I get this phone, try it out, make sure it works, so forth and so on. But I already know that I'm going to use this as my daily driver. And yes, a lot of people have complained about the small screen and stuff like that. You can't really use it, but my hands aren't small, and I will learn how to use it as I learn how to use my GPD Win 2 as my daily driver for my laptop. So this is again my Surface Pro. My Surface Book, excuse me. I've used this extensively, but I really like carrying the GPD Win 2 and using that as my daily laptop driver. So I'll be doing the same thing using this phone here, the Jelly Pro, as my daily driver. And I will show you the accessories, and stuff when I do get the phone and other accessories that I purchased. I just got an accessory today. I won't tell you about it, but I'll wait for the unboxing and my review on the Jelly Pro. So I hope you liked the video. Keep looking on Kickstarter if you're interested in getting the Atom. Hopefully somebody will cancel their pledge and you can eat it up. But Me personally, I want a phone that has a removable battery and expandable storage ready and available when I'm ready to use it. So, hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Leave questions or comments in the comment section. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I have 99 subscribers. I need one more, and I will be giving away by the end of the week a $20 Amazon gift card that I will purchase personally and give to one lucky subscriber. Hopefully it's one of my students, you know what I'm saying, because they showed me a lot of support. Hopefully it's one of you, if you're not one of my students, because you showed me a lot of support as well. I thank you so much for the support. I will continue to make nice, wonderful, informative videos that will not beat around the bush, that will be raw and uncut. And I hope to see you in my next video.